guys, the winter update has sparked backlash in Forsaken, from the TDS collab to a controversial kill animation and more issues occurring. Let's get into it! There was a post claiming that the update is bad because it forces you to grind 24/7 to get the new Christmas skins. It mostly comes across as people complaining about getting even 100 gingerbread in an hour, which doesn't actually take that long. Some people say it's difficult to earn gingerbread because they're constantly being chased during rounds, leaving no time to collect any. However, if you're playing the game for fun, it's not really a problem. You can't get a skin that's meant to be grinded for. Some also complained that the code was probably reused from the Halloween event. Others brought up the 2-time nerf, specifically the decrease in wind-up speed. Before this update, the time was very overpowered, but some feel the nerf should have been harsher, while others argue that now the time has no real stealth mechanics and feels too slow to play. There were also complaints about the legacy Christmas skins now being seasonal, with some saying that buying these new Christmas skins might just mean they become legacy skins next year because OG players will complain about them being re-released. However, many people disagreed, pointing out that it's fairly easy to earn enough gingerbread. They argue that calling the update horrible just because it requires you to actually play the game comes off as ungrateful, and that the post is complaining about an issue that wouldn't exist if people simply grinded for the skins. So is the grind really a problem in this update? So with the winter update, we got to new collabs, one of them being the Tower Defense Simulator collab to earn the free Noe narrator skin. To unlock it, you had to reach level 35 and beat the newest event on hard mode, which is fairly long and difficult. You were also able to play it with other players to complete the mode. Because of this, there has been some hate from people who don't want to play another game just to get a skin, as well as from parts of the TDS community who don't want their characters interacting with the Forsaken fanbase. Some players even claimed they quit TDS because they felt the event was made easier for Forsaken players, although that doesn't really seem to be the case. Others were annoyed that a pressure collab was reportedly cancelled, only for the new collab to be with Forsaken instead. On top of that, many people brought up Forsaken's shipping problem, using it as another reason for TDS not wanting to interact with Forsaken, especially with complaints about people calling characters twinks. There was also an image going around showing Forsaken, Danny's World, and similar fandoms supposedly being banned from Alter Ego and TDS because people didn't want their repper slot problem affecting TDS. However, this was likely rage bait and mainly spread by TikTok fans. It turned into Forsaken players complaining about TDS being trash, and a huge clash between both fan bases over the grind required for the skin and not wanting to put in hours to earn it. Are these complaints actually valid? So with the recent release of the Soyguest skin, which you can get for free by joining SoySpastian's private server whenever he does another wave to give the skin out, we also finally got the remodel of color and electricity with this update. It now looks much more like the music video animation cat from Muship. This color and electricity skin received a bunch of new SFX for all of his abilities, along with updates to the animations to make them much smoother and better overall. However, a new secret kill animation was added specifically for the Soig skin, where Soig punches color and electricity and then snaps his neck. This confused a lot of people, with some questioning why it was added at all and claiming that Sebastian got the lead balancer to add their OC into the game as a skin. People started complaining about how devs get more exclusive content than in most other Roblox games. They also brought up the Raincoat 007 and 7 skin, which is another skin based on the color and electricity music video, pointing out that it didn't get anything unique despite being out longer. On top of that, people mentioned how the old composer removed the old themes, but later allowed them to be reused, which ended up happening for the SOYG skin instead of the Raincoat skin. That said, there is a clear reason why this was added. Lore-wise, Soig is literally Despite this, a lot of people started harassing and criticizing Sebastian over the skin being added, even calling him a narcissist for giving it a unique animation over the raincoat skin. Sebastian responded by explaining that the skin was originally only meant for himself, but he decided to share it because people liked it so much. He added the animations purely for fun and out of his love for color and electricity. He also mentioned how heartbreaking it was to see the amount of toxicity and harassment sent his way, especially since the skin did not slow down development at all. This really shouldn't have turned into something negative, but once a custom kill animation was added, a lot of people started hating. So who do you think was actually in the wrong here? So there is a TikTok calling out how the fandom makes weird posts, like this one of Mafioso and Chance, saying that while you can ship characters, making it weird or inappropriate is not right. Mafioso looks around 40, while Chance appears way younger, and the way the art was drawn just isn't okay. The ship itself is toxic and definitely a mischaracterization, which has led many people to say that the community is devolving. The worst parts of the Forsaken fandom have started to spread into Die of Death, and this could easily lead to another wave of weird shipping and mischaracterization problems, something that's already happening in other games too. People also pointed out that Mafioso doesn't even have those body features, and portraying him that way just makes the character overly sexualized when they're literally Roblox characters. Many are saying people need to stop taking shipping too far, especially with the weird side of the fandom being so much worse on Twitter. This problem also happens with Elliot, who's constantly portrayed as a twink and made to look helpless, degrading him instead of letting him be his own person. He's often mischaracterized, pushed around, seen as useless, or portrayed in ways that don't match his actual personality. Also, how this ruins Forsaken's reputation and has made people leave due to the shipping problem, even causing others to feel like they can't say they like Forsaken anymore. It really comes down to making sure these kinds of TikToks and posts get taken down. But the larger issue of mischaracterization will probably keep happening as more characters get added and more people join the fandom. There was a huge post about the Yourself skins in Forsaken and how you should be able to choose a chase theme from the skins you own. This idea for the change would only apply to chase themes, nothing else. Demopriatedrunk also made concepts of how it would work for the Yourself skin, allowing you to pick different chase themes from other skins you own of that character. There were many takes on this, with some people saying paying $18,000 for the Yourself skin doesn't feel worth it since it doesn't have many customizations. Some also mentioned how the Corrupted Reflection theme doesn't fit with every Yourself killer, and that it literally sounds like a John Doe chase theme. People agreed that the song itself is good, but it only fits John Doe. There was also discussion about how you should be able to use animations from other skins, or even add SFX from other skins. So the winter update still brought a lot of new skins and changes, but do you think these problems are valid? Subscribe and hit the bell for more Forsakening It.